Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Blackfire Rebel, also known as Luke. I don't have a huge amount of time to edit this video, so hopefully it will be one take. You might hear a bit more ums and ahs than you would normally. So let's just see how it goes. We are going to be doing a little application today called AI Dungeon. That's right, this is story time. So, if you wish to close your eyes and relax, have a lovely little time, just listen to this as a podcast, hopefully it will be relatively soothing and quite enjoyable for your ear holes. Let us begin. So AI Dungeon is an artificially generated, it's almost D&D-like experience. I think I'm going to give myself the challenge today of trying to not kill anyone. Whoever our character ends up being, they won't be a pacifist, but they will attempt to avoid the death of any creatures or other people. So let us see how it goes. So first things first, we need to pick a setting. I'm going to press 1 for fantasy. I think we should be we be a wizard? A wizard that doesn't kill people? Find some find some spells? I think that would be fun. Let's be a wizard. And of course, a classic wizard name, Filbert. If you know, you know. Some of my boys who watch this video, they'll know. They'll know some lovely wizards named Filbert. We shall be Filbert. It's generating our story. You are Filbert, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larian. I'm going to copy Larian, just in case I need to. Can I not copy it? Okay, it won't let me. That's fine. You have a staff and a spellbook. Oh, we are a staved wizard, not a wandered wizard. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You look around and see it's not much different than when you left it years ago. A few more trees are here and there, but nothing's changed except for the fact that you can now walk through the ruins without getting lost. As you enter, you feel like an explorer on a new continent. So in this, you can just press enter for it to continue the story, or you can say what you will do. I don't want to be pressing enter yet, because I don't want to... Giving it nothing means it'll come up with less things, so I just want to, I'm just going to stop, breathe in, and taste the air. That's what old Filbert's going to do. Good old Filbert. Take a sip of my drink whilst it generates. The smell is fresh and clean. It reminds you of home. The air tastes good, too. Like something you'd want to eat after a hard day's work. It takes all your concentration just to focus on breathing this way, but eventually you manage. What should we do? Do we have anyone with us? Let's look to see if my companions are here. Wow, I haven't had to spell check anything yet, which is impressive. We're 2 sentences in without having to spell check, which is just wild. You slowly turn your head and take a quick glance around. Nobody is here. No one else is going to be coming here either. So you decide to rest for a while. Geez, I guess we're like a recluse wizard. After my rest, I guess let's turn these ruins into let's see if I can turn these ruins into like my wizard tower. This is not where I thought this was going to go, but that's sort of the beautiful thing about this. After my rest, I begin turning the ruins into my new wizard's tower. Let's see what he thinks of that. After taking a deep breath, you start walking forward. You walk until you reach the edge of the ruins, and then you turn around and begin walking back towards where you came from. When you get to your old house, it looks exactly as it did before. Everything went wrong. Maybe we need to go back to our house to collect supplies first. Let's collect our building supplies from our old house, I should say collect my building supplies. It's not our, because it's what would you do. Collect my building supplies from my old house and bring them to the ruins. I want to build a wizard tower. It's my goal. I must build a wizard tower. We've not had much action yet. You grab some of the building materials from your old house and put them in a bag. I'm going to imagine it's a bag of holding, just because I like to imagine that. Then you go back to the ruins and begin collecting whatever other things you think might help with your task. I'm going to say months pass. We're going to do a time skip. I'm going to force a time skip. Months pass, and I finish building upon the ruins. Let's see what it thinks of that. Let's see what it thinks of that. A year passes and you continue to work on the ruins. You're not really sure what you were doing before, but it seems like a lot easier now that you had a goal to work towards. Upon finishing my wizard's tower, I invite all the nobles from, is it LE? LE, nobles. From the surrounding lands to take part in a banquet. How do you spell banquet? Banquete? Banquete! I think that's right, maybe. Upon finishing my wizard's tower, I invite all of the nobles from the surrounding lands to take part in a banquet. Let's get, well look, we finished our wizard's tower. I'm just gonna say we finished it. Let's have a housewarming party. You finish building upon the ruins, and you set up a small table inside your tower. Wow, this is actually surprisingly, it's really holding the ruins and tower in more than I thought it would. You invite everyone who comes to join you. You make sure they know how important their presence will be, and you tell them that they need to bring a gift for the king or queen of the land. Jesus. I got background music playing in my ears that you can't hear. It just got really loud all of a sudden. Okay, that should be fine. Turned it down a little bit. Can I turn it down a little bit more? Okay, cool. You'll be hearing a different music. But I didn't want to play music in case I do cut somewhere, and then you'll be able to hear the cut in the music. So I'm going to add the music back in post. So I can hear it, so I can be in the story more. And you can hear it, so you can be in the story more. But we can't hear the exact same time in case there is a cut. See, I'm thinking. Right. Tell them that they'll need to bring a gift for the king or queen of the land. I'm gonna, let's present, oh, I stopped my music. Let's present my gift to the king or queen. I'm just gonna assume they're here. Present my gift what should it be? An owl bear. Let's go real Wizards of the Coast D&D with this. I need to capitalize it so it knows it's a thing. An owl bear to the king and queen. Not an uwuwul bear. Oh my god, should we make it an uwuwul bear? We'll keep it capitalized like that so it knows it's a thing. Present my gift, an uwuwul bear, to the king and queen. Let's see how this goes. Oh man. If anyone watches this has any artistic talent, please draw me an uwuwul bear. I would love that. I would love that. You present your gift to the king and queen. They're both very pleased with it. They thank you profusely for bringing such a wonderful gift to them. They give you a big hug and say goodbye as they leave the tower. This is so wholesome. There's like no conflict in this story whatsoever. This is wonderful. This is beautiful. I love it. I love it. Clean up after the banquet? Sure. Clean up after all my guests leave. I guess. Sure. This is so wholesome. We're just a little wizard man. We're just a little wizard man. You spend the next month cleaning up after your guests? Must have been one hell of a party. Holy crap. You don't mind it though, since you never got used to having visitors in your first place. Your life changes again when a message arrives from the capital telling you the king and queen have died of natural causes. Oh no, okay, here's where the actual story's coming in. Travel to the capital. Upon hearing the news, that's what we're gonna do. Old Filbert to examine the king and queen's cause of death. Old Filbert come. Filbert will come to the capital, and we will investigate what really killed the king and queen. This is so sad. Not 2 months ago, I gave them an owlbear. What? You wake up from your nap and find yourself at the foot of the stairs. I'm going to assume this is the stairs of the palace now. I'm going to assume we had a little time jump. Look, this AI takes a little bit of imagination. So we're in the palace. We've passed out. And we found ourselves at the foot of the stairs. And we can't remember what's just happened. Seeing nothing out of place, you sigh, stand up, and head down the stairs. So we're at the foot of the stairs, and we also head down the stairs. So now we're in the basement. That's what I'm going with. It takes a little bit. In the basement of the palace. Palace. I'm dumb. In the basement of the palace, I examine the king and queen bodies. This AI does occasionally get very sexual. So we are currently in the basement of the palace, attempting to examine the king and queen's bodies. As soon as you enter the basement, you immediately notice something is wrong. The walls are covered in blood, and there's a hole in the floor leading to another room. You also hear muffled sounds coming from this room. What? What happened? I assume that's Filbert saying. Should I say Filbert? Filbert will call out, or should I say I? It's what will you do? I call out, and I'm gonna say, who goes there? That's what we're gonna say. Like who? What happened? Who goes there? I'm gonna call into the next room. Alright, we're getting some dialogue now. You call out who goes there, but no one answers. You search the room to find a dead body laying face down on the ground. The woman is dressed in red robes. Her long hair tied up in a ponytail. Use my magical staff to identify the cause cause of death. Yes, we can finally use our wizarding skills. We've literally built a whole wizarding tower, had a banquet, and now we're in a murder mystery. Use your magical staff to determine the cause of death. Blood is everywhere and you see several stab wounds across her body. Feel like I didn't need a magical staff to realize that. Looks like she died while fighting off a vampire. Oh, that's probably magical. But it could have been any other number of magical creatures. Channel my magic to detect any vampires within the palace. Should I capitalize the palace so it knows it's a place, maybe? Channel my magic to detect any vampires within the palace. Yes. We are being attacked by vampires. Filbert the Wizard will deal with these cretins, but not by killing them. You call out, I can sense vampires, and you feel a surge of energy hit your senses. You look around to see several vampires hiding in various rooms just throughout the palace. You begin casting spells at them, trying to get rid of them fast as possible. Using a magical binding spell, I attempt to capture all of the vampires without killing them. That's what we're doing. Magically binding. Bah! You use a magical binding spell to try and capture all the vampires in the palace. Unfortunately, you fail miserably. Some escape, some run away, and others simply refuse to obey your commands. What should we do? I don't want to kill them, but I feel like I could try and banish them. Let's try a banishment spell. For the ones that refuse my binding command, I apologize. God, how do you spell apologize? I apologize, then banish them back to whence they came. I'm very sorry I have to do this, but you must go back to the vampiric realm. I love this app. It's so much fun. If you're into D&D or anything like that, this app is real fun. Apparently I've been recording for 16 minutes already, which is incredible. It feels like 10 at best. You use a powerful banishing spell to send all of the vampires back to their respective homes. Then you turn your attention to the ones that have escaped. I have a hair in my mouth. Bleh. Ugh. That's something that I'd normally cut out. Let's see if it's in this video. Alright, how am I gonna... Do I have a magical... I need a magical mount. Because vampires can turn into bats and fly. I'm a wizard. I don't want to use a broom. I don't want to use a magical carpet. How am I going to fly? Or how am I going to travel as a wizard? Magic motorbike? That's also Harry Potter. So, what's like a good method of transport? What's a creative method of transport? I should probably use something that's already established. If I use something that's already established in fiction, the app will probably do better with it. But I can't think of anything. I'm gonna say I cast haste. I'm just using D&D spells on myself. I cast haste on myself. Two separate words, Luke. Come on. I cast haste on myself to catch up to the escaped vampires' lair? Let's go to their lair. Let's say we found them in their lair. Just have a little bit of a jump. I want to deal with these last vampires. You use a powerful healing spell on yourself to increase your speed and catch up with the escaping vampires. Sure, it can be... Haste can be in the healing school of magic. Sure, why not? You manage to do so, but not before one of them manages to bite you. The pain is excruciating. You fall unconscious due to it. Let's just press enter. Let's see where the story takes us. I have fallen unconscious. When you awake, you're in a dark underground cavern. A large group of vampires are gathered here. You stare in disbelief as they realize who you are. Say, yes, it is I. Yes, it is I. Filbert, the most powerful wizard. Powerful wizard. In, where are we from? Larian, right? Let me scroll right up to the top. Larian. In Larian. You think this... I'm in a cage? No, I'm not in a cage. Okay, I was gonna say you think this cage will hold me, but I'm not in a cage. Yes, it is I, Filbert, the most powerful wizard in Larian. See what happens. Maybe I should try and implore them to... They don't believe you. They demand an explanation on what occurred. You explain everything to them, and they still aren't convinced. One of them says, "We know who you are. We were sent by the king himself to kill you." But they killed the king. Shout. Deceit. How do you spell deceit? Is that not how you spell deceit? How do you spell deceit? No E at the end. D-E-C-E-I-T. Hi, and welcome back to Luke Learns to Spell. I hope you enjoy the video. Shout. Deceit and lies are all that fall from your mouth. You killed the king, and now you will pay. Deceit and lies are all that fall from your mouth. You killed the king. I put the kind. Let's correct that. You killed the king, and now you will pay. You raise your hands in surrender and beg for forgiveness. What? Do I do that? Okay. What? I'm confused. Hello? The leader of the pack speaks up. Okay, maybe look, I'm putting my hands up ready to cast a spell. It's all a bait. That's what I thought in my head. I shouted internally, deceit and lies. Okay, we're working with the AI. We're working with the AI. And then we raised our hands to make it look like we're surrendering and wanting forgiveness, but we're actually about to cast a mass vampiric corruption cure or something. Okay. Filbert, we understand your position, but we must ask you one more time. Who sent you? What did he want? You reply, he wanted me to kill him. He wanted me to kill him. I will bring my hands together together and cast the most powerful spell I have access to. Access, spelled correctly. Vampiric. So I feel like that should be okay. Vampiric antidote M. Vampiric antidotum. That's the name of the spell. Vampiric antidotum to cure them all of their vampirism. Sure. This is how we're... I don't think it's gonna like this. Vampiric antidotum to cure them of their vampirism. I'm so creative, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let me read it. You raise your hands into the air and begin chanting. You release a burst of energy that engulfs you completely. Your skin begins to burn and your bones break. It takes several minutes for you to fully recover, but when you do, you find yourself surrounded by dozens of naked vampires. Shout. Did it work? Are you all human again? I know it said they were vampires, but we just gotta make sure. I just want to see if my spell works, you know? Broke all my bones and burnt all my skin for this. You stand there in awe. All of them are now human once again. They thank you profusely and bid you farewell, promising to return soon. You leave the cavern. As a vampire? I guess a vampire now human approaches you. Smile and ask him, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? For it is I, Filbert, mighty wizard, curer of the vampiric plague. You smile and tell him, I need help with something very important. I'm sure you've heard about it. Okay, I guess he didn't have anything to say. He looks confused, but agrees to assist you. He tells you to follow him outside, whereupon he leads you out of the cave and into the sunlight. Ask him if he would like to accompany me. That's not how you spell accompany me. Accompany me back to my wizarding tower so I can teach him my ways. Let's try and get an apprentice. I'm just going to say tower, because I feel like wizarding's not going to be a great word for it. How do you spell accompany? Accompany. There we go. Ask him if he would like to accompany me back to my tower so I can teach him. God, I'm so awful. Yeah, you know what's a really good idea? Let the dyslexic guy make a video on reading and typing. See if I can get a former vampire, newly human wizarding apprentice. He agrees immediately, and you set off back to your tower. You walk through the city streets to see many people staring at you curiously. Some even try to take pictures of you, which makes you laugh. Ha ha ha, for it is I, Filbert. Now I could end it here. I think this is the canonical ending, but you can get the game to say game over, so I'm going to type live happily ever after and teach him what I know. I'm going to type that, and we're going to see if it gives us a game over, and if it gives us something weird, it's not canon, okay? Live happily ever after teaching my new apprentice magic. Exclamation point. Okay. Please, game over. Please give me a game over. A few days later, you arrive at your tower. As you enter, you notice it's been converted into a small home for you and your apprentice. You sit down on the floor to speak to him. Okay, we'll leave it there. I've been recording for 27 minutes. I think this video is going to go up more or less unedited, so it's probably going to be about 30 minutes long. I hope you enjoyed this sort of story that I got to tell you today of Filbert the Wizard, and the vampires he cured, and the king, and the owlbear, and the ruins, and the tower. It went a lot of places. It did a lot of things. Thanks for watching. I have a second channel where I post stupid videos that don't make any sense on. If you want to check that out, I also stream on Twitch. If you want to check that out, I love you. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you in the next video next week on Tuesday. I keep hitting the microphone. I'm very sorry. I need to move it out of my gesticulation range so I do not gesticulate upon it. Yeah. If you want to see more AA Dungeon videos, let me know. It's like a little podcast thing that is quite fun to do. I quite enjoyed this. Just reading a little story. Bye.